Hey, there's a bubble.
How do you know?
Trust me.
We entered the new global bull market, or is the everything bubble formed and ready to pop? Taking Bitcoin with it. History is like a big old merry-go-round, spinning us through bubbles and crashes. We always have these experts screaming bull market while others are shouting bubble. It's like a chaotic comedy show, and no one is sure when the punchline's coming.
Move this man!
Take Irving Fisher, bless his soul, back in 1929, he's all like, stocks are on a permanent high. 2 weeks later, bam! Great Depression hits like a ton of bricks, and let's not forget CNBC's 2011 gem, the Dow's hitting 3,000. Yeah, nice try, buddy. Well, we're all still waiting. So where the hell are we now? Are we in for a joyride in the global bull market, or are we tiptoeing on a bubble about to burst? Let me tell you, it's a freaking circus out there. As we have homelessness like hitting new records, we also have look at gold, for crying out loud. After the printing press is fired up, gold's playing hopscotch with its price. Actually doing something which is something it hasn't done in a very long time, going from 1450 all the way to over 2K, and now it's flirting with 2160, and Bitcoin's in the same sandbox, marching from 65K to 71K. These bad boys are breaking records like it's nobody's business. And don't even get me started on the S&P 500 doing the yo-yo routine from 4,800 to 5,150, and real estate joining the party with median home prices taking a joyride from 322K to a whopping 479K. It's like a damn roller coaster, but with your money. Now, some folks are saying, hey, we're on the upswing, bull market, baby, but hold your horses. Others are screaming, same old, we're overvalued to hell and back. So what's the dealio? Before we break it down, let's take a minute to recognize our sponsors, the Bitcoin Way. Bringing over 25 years of experience in cybersecurity, the Bitcoin Way is your IT team in the Bitcoin world. They'll help take you from that why Bitcoin to the how Bitcoin. From setting up your first wallet node all the way up to inheritance planning, accepting Bitcoin payments for your business. They cover all aspects of Bitcoin security and privacy. They even work with their clients to configure routers, devices, and networks. Also, not to mention UTXO management and coin joining. In short, for everything in Bitcoin sovereignty and privacy related, they are your go-to source. Hey, and if you're looking to get started, you can book a free 30-minute call using that link below. Okay, let's talk Federal Reserve, the big kahuna and the financial freak show. When they're printing money like there's no tomorrow, that's called quantitative easing, my friends. They're juicing up the system, inflating prices faster than one of Pennywise's little red balloons. But check it out, lately they've been tightening the screws like a parent grounding their teenager. Interest rates, they're not hitting rock bottom anymore. They're sitting pretty at 5.3%. It's like the Fed's trying to apply brakes on a runaway train. It's what? This ain't just a Fed show. Uncle Sam's got skin in the game too, with the national debt ballooning to $34 trillion, and then Biden throwing around a $7.3 trillion spending plan like it's confetti. We're on a one-way ticket to Hooverville. The government's playing Russian roulette with our wallets, and the outcome ain't pretty. We're on a crash course, folks, with the interest payments already sucking us dry. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion.
The lefties got addicted to this idea that you could always just print more money, because for 40 years, the global market kept buying American bonds. Now in 2022, it changed, and the global market changed principally because of the Ukraine-Russia war. And it began a period now, what you would call a protracted secular bear market in bonds, which means interest rates are going to go up now for a multi-year basis. And so every single year, rates will go higher. Inflation will keep going higher every single year, like in the 1970s. And people will say, it can't go any higher, can it? It can't go any higher, can it? It'll just go higher and higher and higher. And this is how the American economy collapses. It'll collapse because of it's an inflationary collapse.
Listen up, financial warriors. When the dollar is on a free fall and the government's playing Jenga with our economy, there's only one hero. Only one king of this castle, able to withstand all the calamity. That's Bitcoin.
I foresee a situation where the sound money people have all the marbles. I mean, when Bitcoin's at $1 million a coin, gold's at $10,000 an ounce, honest people who have held these things are going to be the richest people in this country. And other people are going to be hurting. These honest people are going to be standing up and saying, look, here's how they did you wrong. Ben Bernanke is John Law. He should go into the history books as a complete fraud. It's all going to come out as part of this fourth turning, and there's going to be a massive reset. And honest Bitcoiners are going to end up creating America 2.0, just a complete reform of all the that's broken.
But here's the kicker with all of it. We've been here before and we know the playbook. When the government tap runs dry, you bet your bottom cuckbuck the Fed's gonna swoop in like a superhero. They'll print money faster than a copy machine at a college exam. The everything bubble is right on the horizon. It's coming. Refuse to lose 99% of your wealth. Here is Max Keiser's 2024 prediction.
Planet Earth is worth about $400 trillion. And that's the total addressable market of Bitcoin. So it can literally demonetize fiat money. It can demonetize gold and silver. It can demonetize the bond market. It can demonetize the property market.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Bitcoin, isn't that just internet money for tech nerds? Well, strap in, Nancy, because I'm about to blow your mind.
Bitcoin is money that makes all other money look terrible. Before Bitcoin, people would say, well, what are you going to do about it? You know, there's no other choice. Friedrich Hayek famously said, Austrian economist, that, you know, you're never going to have good money because you'll never get government out of money unless there was some kind of sly workaround. And this was said in the 80s, and it was just like a thought experiment. Well, Bitcoin is that sly workaround. You've separated money from state, and people didn't really think that was ever going to be possible. And so now you have this Austrian economics experiment, which now become reality. And we see what happens with private money, with money that's separate from the state. It's not state controlled. And I always say that money existed before the state. Bitcoin separates money from state. Bitcoin kills the state.
This is me. All right? I'm not a fucking athlete. This is my fucking way. This is how I win.
Think about it. While the dollar is doing its best impression of a sinking ship, Bitcoin's out there surfing the waves like a champ. It's the ultimate hedge against the madness of inflation and government shenanigans.
It's people clawing their way out of nihilism. You're struggling with the nihilism of your everyday life, you know, and it's tough. If you're only a few years into Bitcoin, probably you're in a situation where you haven't seen a massive bull run yet, or you came in during a massive bull run and then it's just been all pain. You think it's tough now to like get in and you lost some money and then your friends laughed at you or whatever, but wait until it works. You have life-changing money on the table. Your whole world's about to change, and then it just fucking collapsed. It's like, that's a tough moment too. There's a lot of tough moments in the hodling journey.
Slow and steady wins the race, my friends. Buying a little Bitcoin every month, week, or day is the ultimate defense, the arc. The doors are open 24/7. All you have to do is get on board and tell the state to go themselves, because you as a sovereign individual refuse to be poor, and you refuse to have these inept politicians and vampires draining your wallet and your life force. And with this type of stuff going on, $1 million Bitcoin is probably coming a lot faster than we think. Keep stacking. Valhalla awaits, my friends. I'll catch you next week. Have a great weekend. Peace.
If you prefer to go down with the ship, fuck you.